So one of the issues that people have come to me is, Eric, all right, I'm just starting out and I have a small business, but the government says there's a requirement for the percent of work that I need to perform. Yes, that is correct. So the good news about today's video is we're going to discuss the new changes that came out in December of 2018 and how the rule on subcontracting and the percent in which you can subcontract has just been modified and updated as of December of 2018. So we're going to discuss that in today's video. Stay tuned and watch right now. All right, so listen, for all of you guys out there who are concerned about your ability to be able to meet the requirements on performance when in terms of hiring subcontractors, how many subcontractors can you hire, what percentage of the work that you have to perform, this is the video what we're talking about today. So I created a little chart that we're going to show on the screen right now. And what the chart is discussing is the new rule just came out. It was released in December, and it's called the Limitations on Subcontracting for Small Businesses, Class Deviation O as an Oscar 0003. Forget about the name of it, but just know that this rule was just released, so it may or may not have taken effect where you're working at. But I want all of you out there to Govcon better. So in order to do that, you've got to have all the information available to you. If the rule has probably taken effect, maybe the contracting officer or contracting officials don't know this rule. Remember, guys, when I was doing Govcon, a lot of times the contracting people would come to me and ask me how to do things because they weren't up to speed on all the new training. If they haven't gone through a training recently, or they just, or if they were certified or recently became a new contracting official, it's quite possible that they're not even aware of these rules. So guess what? You're going to get the information from me, Eric Coffie, Score Contracts, so that you can stay up to date, up to beat in your Govcon journey. So let's talk about the new rule today and how it affects people out there like yourself. So first and foremost, the main deviation of this rule from the previous rule on subcontracting was that you had to, if you had a business and you were doing like say supplies or services, you were supposed to perform 50% of the work, and you could not contract out more than 50% of the work. So you, ABC business, had to do 50%, and then the subcontractors could do 50%. The new rule in terms of deviation allows for what they call a similarly situated entity. I had to review that again myself. Similarly situated entity. So that means that an entity that, let's say if you were awarded this contract as a hub zone, if you've got another hub zone business that's also a small business, you guys can now work together to meet your 50% requirement. If it's an 8A contract and you've got another 8A firm that you can work with, you guys can work together to meet your 50% requirement. So now it's not just, it allows more flexibility in terms of not only you're not the only person or the only entity that has to meet that requirement. It allows you to bring on another entity that's similar in terms of size, in terms of small business size. So if you're $1 million and they're $2 million, that's similar in terms of the government's eyes. Remember, we're talking about the federal government here. So when we say similar, we mean as long as they are the same certification that was issued under this particular contract. If it's small business, then they're general small business. If it's hub zone, it's hub zone 8A, 8A, and they fall under the umbrella of the small business arena, then they can help you meet your percent requirement for supplies, services, or construction. So the same thing on the construction arena, what they talk about is now your entity can bring in a similarly situated entity to help you meet your 25% requirement. So you can technically subcontract out 75% of the work as long as you can bring in someone alongside of you that's small business, that's in construction, and it's under the same type of small business category that the contract was awarded in. They can help you meet your 25% requirement. So this is great news for small business out there, because why? A lot of times people are just getting started and you may not have everything that you need to get the wheels turning. So the government, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, listen, the federal arena, they're the bomb. The government is creating rules, policies to allow small businesses to really embark on this journey. So they're making it more favorable for the little guys to get started and to start growing their business. So listen, take advantage of the new rule. Also, I'm going to have a link to it below in the show notes description. As always, GovCon better. Thank you for watching. Eric from Score Contracts. We'll see you next time.